Big changes could be on the way for the Osseo School Board if state lawmakers pass a bill making its way through the legislature this year. Delane Cleveland was at the Capitol today. He joins us now with more information. Delane?
Shannon, the Osseo School District serves all or part of 8 different cities, making it Minnesota's 5th largest district. But not all city has equal representation on the school board. A bill introduced by DFL Representative Samantha Vang could change that.
Currently, the makeup of the school board is very one-sided. There's a comment earlier in testimony how it's very west side versus east side. It's one part of the district is very well represented in terms of geography in comparison to Brooklyn Park, Brooklyn Center, for example.
Representative Samantha Vang presented her bill to the House Government Operations Committee this morning. The proposal calls for the Osseo School District to create 5 election districts and 2 at-large seats to form a 7-member school board. Supporters say this structure would address some of the equity issues facing the district, but the Minnesota School Boards Association thinks the legislature shouldn't intervene and instead leave the decision to the school board or the community through a petition drive.
This is a bill that would say you must do this, must set up these election districts. We would contend, in summary, to say that under current law, there are 2 processes. The board can either do it, set up election districts, or through petition, the public can move in that direction as well.
The bill easily made its way through the Government Operations Committee and will now go to the Education Policy Committee. Meanwhile, a spokesperson for the Osseo School District said the bill was not initiated by the district and they will not have any comment on the proposal until they study it further. Shannon?
All right, we'll be following that. Thank you, Delane. Friends and family of a Maple Grove woman killed in a hit and run 17 years ago are now offering a reward for information leading to a break in that case. Police say Rebecca Nelson was struck and killed by a vehicle after she dropped off her son at the Maple Grove Community Center for a hockey game. Maple Grove police say they've investigated several leads, but none have cracked the case. Rebecca's family and friends are offering a $12,500 reward for information that helps police identify the person responsible. Now to what some are calling the biggest issue the city of Plymouth has seen in quite some time, the potential redevelopment of the Hollydale golf course into homes. In a meeting that lasted nearly 4 hours, residents raised plenty of concerns, some of them related to Mother Nature.
I don't think there's any green land left in Plymouth, and I think that this property should remain green.
I think this could be a really exciting time for the city of Plymouth by choosing to be a champion for green space. I would challenge all of you and every resident of Plymouth to reimagine what this space could be used for instead of another housing development.
Nearly 20 residents spoke at Wednesday night's meeting. There were questions raised about traffic safety, water drainage, and whether the city should change its newly approved comprehensive plan to accommodate the redevelopment. For one resident who lives in a townhome near the golf course, the proposal was personal.
If this proposal goes through and they extend Comstock Lane, that road will go under my window, right under my window. I will have lost everything we paid a premium for. I understand the DeZiels wanting to sell, and I understand the city of Plymouth wanting the tax revenue from the homes. But let's be honest, with all the traffic, the water, the overcrowded schools, this won't work.
Hollydale is the last 18-hole public course in Plymouth. The Plymouth Planning Commission gave feedback saying the plan for more than 300 homes is way too dense. The City Council is expected to look at the plan on March 10th. This week's School Spotlight takes us to Golden Valley, where some students are taking advantage of a program that prepares them for high school and beyond. We get that story now from Eric Nelson.
Just plain Y. Yep, one Y or Y.
Step into this classroom at Sandburg Middle School and you quickly discover kids who want to absorb knowledge.
We choose our students very carefully, and we make sure that they are wanting to move forward and really excel, and they're great kids.
These 7th and 8th grade students are part of Sandburg's AVID program,
It's a hypothetical,
which is an acronym for Advancement via Individual Determination.
Kind of what I got for metamorphic.
They have to apply to get in, and once accepted, the students learn plenty.
I was a really quiet kid before I started AVID, so when I got to AVID, I started to speak more and do a lot of public speaking.
And the students who are in the elective class have the opportunity to really hit 5 key areas: writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading.
The AVID program is designed to be a trampoline, giving kids a positive bounce and prepping them for high school level classes where they can eventually earn college credit.
It's really like a family, like they're always there for you. We're all like a big family.
AVID's goal is to give students a chance to think and dream big and build self-esteem.
Be more confident, like talking to people, like showing leadership. It also helped me being really organized.
Part of the mission is to help students who might be the first in their family to pursue a 4-year degree to get on that path.
In Golden Valley, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
How much do people love chicken? Just ask some brave souls who camped out in Brooklyn Park Wednesday night to win free Chick-fil-A sandwiches for a year. They and plenty of others showed up Thursday morning when the doors opened for the first time. This fast casual restaurant opened north of Highway 610 in a growing part of Brooklyn Park.
I think it feels an opportunity to have a quick service restaurant that has a larger fan base but still able to relate into the community and give back to the community that we're serving in.
Yeah, it's really fun and it's one of my favorite restaurants and the food is really good and I really like the biscuits and everything.
Freddy's Steak Burgers and Panera opened there recently too.
The Breck Mustangs are skating for a 3rd straight state championship in Class A girls hockey this week. The team took the first stride in that quest Wednesday night when they faced an overmatched Luverne team. Breck strikes 55 seconds in. Olivia Mobley sets up Allie Qualley for the goal. A short time later, it's Metro Player of the Year Mobley splitting the defense and scoring for a 3-0 Mustangs lead. Mobley with another assist, hitting a wide open Qualley who snaps home her 3rd goal of the period. Mobley steps around the Luverne defenders and rips a shot top corner. She also nets a first period hat trick. The Mustangs roll to an 8-1 victory. They'll face Rochester Lords in the semifinals on Friday afternoon in St. Paul. The Class AA tournament is underway too. Thursday night, Maple Grove hits the ice in the last quarterfinal round game. Jay Wilcox has more on the Crimson.
Maple Grove got tested in section play, and they view that as a good thing. Blaine scored first in the Section 5 AA final against the Crimson, and they also pulled within a goal in the 3rd period before Maple Grove prevailed 4-2.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a great test for us. You know, those teams fought hard, and that's how everyone's going to be in the state tournament. So yeah, it was for sure a really good test for us and to go into the next tournament.
You know, Blaine, they've always played us tough, and it's like a boxing match, and they're well coached, and we knew that they were going to put pucks on our net and potentially score 1 or 2, and which they did. Our girls responded well and continued to fight and play and just stay composed and work.
Not that it ever becomes routine to be in the state tournament, but for the Maple Grove girls that were part of last season's state entrant, nerves should be less of a problem.
I think last year it helped a lot of us kind of get our jitters out and just get the feeling of the ice, and this year I think we're ready to go, so it'll be fun.
I think it definitely helps a lot. Last year we went too, so a lot of the returning players know what it feels like and just kind of how to control your nerves. And
4th seed Maple Grove meets 5th seed Hill Murray in the quarterfinals. The Crimson beat the Pioneers 3-0 in the regular season.
Earlier in the season, we beat them 3-0, but there was an empty net goal there, and we scored all 3 goals within the last 6 minutes of the game. They had scoring opportunities that they didn't capitalize earlier on in the game, so we're looking forward to another just even match game. And
it's a great tournament field this season, and Maple Grove is ready to skate with anyone. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
We'll have highlights from the Maple Grove-Hill Murray game Friday afternoon on CCX Sports, along with section boys hockey highlights. There are a lot of methods to use when jigging for sunfish and crappies in the winter. Terry Tuma talks about one of his favorites in this week's CCX Sports Ice Fishing Tip.
A method that I worked with for several years is I call it the jig down approach for finicky sunfish and crappies. And what you do is you open your bail on your spinning reel and then drop your bait, your lure, tungsten or whatever it may be, into the hole. And then about every 10 inches, starting with about 4 feet below the ice, then I just stop it and then jig it real subtly. Keep doing that all the way down to the bottom if you have to go way to the bottom. Many times you do not. What you're really doing by this approach, you're drawing fish into that cone angle, but if you have fish that are coming up off the bottom and you can't get them to bite, say you're jigging 6 inches or a foot or 2 feet or whatever it is off the bottom, and you're raising them up, do not keep working that single fish. Start all over. More than likely you're not going to catch that fish anyway, and then also you're wasting way too much time. I worked with it. I just got off to you guys doing that same concept, and just amazing how much time you can spend trying to get one crappie or sunfish to bite and you just can't get it to go. Do not waste time. Start all over.
Thanks, Terry. That's all for sports. More news after this.